Hello everyone, my name is Echoe Malone and I am a senior at Howard University, and today we met with Bradford Young. He is the cinematographer from Pariah and Mississippi Damned, and I am really excited that he came to speak to us today. I actually saw his trailer for Pariah recently, and I was ecstatic and had no clue this was the guy I'd be talking to today and hearing from him. Right now we are at Blackbird off of U Street, and we're going to meet with a lot of people who came and attended today. So stay tuned. We have a lot of information to share with you all about the arts and behind the scenes and the art of cinematography.
I spent my whole childhood around old black folk, you know what I mean? And they talk about an era and a moment in time that you can only hear about, but you can't be there. And so photographs put you there. Like most of us, you know, we're always looking for that visual reference. Like we don't have visual references of the African Holocaust. So if somebody told you go get a visual reference for it and you wanted to find it and you were super excited about finding it, you would dig. And the first thing you probably come up with is a still photograph. But by the time you got to the photograph, you were just so hardcore about finding an image that the likelihood of you becoming an image maker is pretty strong.
What's your name?
My name is Morgan McKenzie.
Morgan McKenzie. And how did you like the event today? What did you learn from Bradford Young? If you could just tell us.
I really liked the event. It's very inspiring to see somebody from Howard actually in the industry doing what they wanted to do.
I really just like how he took art, he took his life basically, made pretty much his own experiences, he put it into his own work, and that's what I feel like I want to do.
Well, I will say I was a little sad to understand that crew wouldn't be as essential as we're told it is. But I do like the idea that someone can really get a skeleton crew, can just man up, get your equipment, and get out there and get your vision and get it recorded.
He just, gave a lot of insightful information. It was interesting to hear about his experiences at Howard, in New York City, and, the different cities, and, the progression of his career and the people that he met. So it's inspired me to keep going with my film career.
Bradford Young, thank you so much for coming out today. Where are you originally from?
Louisville, Kentucky.
Kentucky, okay. And what brought you initially to Howard? Because I know it wasn't film at first.
It wasn't film. It was just, Howard was, it's Howard University. It's sort of speaks for itself, Very, very influential, interesting institution, very intrigued by what was going on at Howard at the time. And so, yeah.
Okay, and I wanted to ask you, I remember you saying that you don't really like to work with all the gaffers and all that because it gets in the way of your art. And I noticed that a lot of the lighting was very dim lit, and so is that because of your willingness to just go ahead and shoot and get what you can?
Yeah, a lot of that comes out of just circumstance, You're shooting, you're trying to use available light, you're running out of time, you want to keep things natural. Light doesn't carry as far in those spaces when you're using a lot of available light. But also a lot of it is just creative choice. A lot of it is just choice. We're trying to work with, we're trying to capture certain things in a certain level of density that, that's intentional, that's intentional. We're trying to get rich skin tones, things like this. We're trying to do, sometimes you need less light. Right. You need more light, so, yeah.
And the film that you recently worked on that took you 5 years to come back to it, can you tell us about that?
Yep, the name of the film is Pariah, and it was directed by Dee Reese and producers Nikisa Cooper. And we started shooting the film in 2005, sorry. And we came back to it 2005. We came back to it in 2009, 10, and we completed it. And yeah, we started shooting in 2009, wrapped in 2010. And started off as a short film, an NYU thesis film that went through the Sundance Labs and got financing as a feature film. And shot in December of 2009 and finished in January of 2010.
Awesome. And I actually saw that trailer a couple weeks ago, had no clue that I was going to be meeting you today, and I was sitting there with my best friend like, wow, this is amazing. We were like, we have to watch this. So I'm really glad to now meet you and know who the mastermind of the arts and the visuals was.
Thank you. No, I appreciate that.
And lastly, who has been, I guess I have two questions. I want to know your muse, and yes, your muse. So let me ask you that first. What's your muse?
My muse is Adopero Oduye.
Yes. Okay.
The lead in Pariah.
Okay. Awesome.
She made jack me up when she sees me, but I base everything I'm doing, all my research has been through her. You know, she's become a very good friend, and we you know, she was the kind of actor that I could throw ideas at, and we've always sort of had a great relationship of bouncing things off one another in the process. So, not really my muse, but I mean, for lack of a better word, my muse. Yeah, she's my muse. She's the person that I consider to be the definitely sort of the apex of up and coming black talent, and yeah, she's the person that pretty much taught me everything I know about exposing our folks. You know,
Wow.
you know. So, yeah.
And of all the directors that you've worked with, who would you say has been, I guess, just not necessarily the best to work with, but you just really enjoyed the whole process of working with this person and their vision?
Well, you know, I pick a film based on the idea that I'm going to enjoy the process. So if I don't think I'm going to enjoy the process, I'll know it before I go into production. So, you know, I'd say that all the directors that I've worked with have been great directors, and, you know, I've enjoyed the process of working with them.
Well, thank you so much for coming back to Howard and talking to us, and we appreciate it so much. We love our alumni, so thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us and meeting Bradford Young with us, the cinematographer from Pariah and Mississippi Damned, and I hope you get a chance to see the films as well.